Good morning. It's Market Day Report. We're glad you're joining us on the final day of this week, final Friday of the month of March. We'll wrap up the month on Monday with a couple of big reports, and then we roll into April. Now, we already have crops in the ground in certain areas, South Texas, Central Texas. We're seeing crops going in. We're also seeing it along the Gulf Coast region. So, again, this will affect some other areas of the country. All right, let's jump into the markets now. Corn market has been down 3.4% here in 2025. And again, giving up some of the gains that we've had as, let me just make sure here, 1, 2, 3, I'm going back through my notes to see how many days we've settled lower. Yeah, 3 consecutive days lower in the corn market in December. Starts the morning at 438.25. It's down 5.5 at the bottom of the trading range. Could this be some pre-positioning ahead of that USDA report on Monday? Maybe. Beans had a good rally yesterday, led by soy oil. November, though, 2.5 lower, 10.18, giving back some of those gains. Soy meal was, I believe, was higher as well yesterday, and it's lower this morning. And again, soy oil has led things over the last few sessions, and the strength continues in the soy oil market. Now to the wheat market. We'll touch on these quickly before going to Tommy Grisafi. July, Chicago, 535.25. It's down 12. For hard red, July down 18, 561.75. And spring, December, 626.5, off 7.5. Tommy Grisafi with Nesvick Trading. Tommy, what do you make of the trade this morning?
Well, we got some real selling here in corn, and it looks like by the end of this week, maybe early next week, the funds won't be long corn anymore. We had them estimated at still long 50 to 75,000 contracts, but the last few days of selling would make us think that they've definitely exited that trade. Now, what that puts us into is no man's land. We had corn at such a better level a few weeks ago, and everyone had a whole list of reasons on why they were bullish. And I guess my question is, as we sell off, did the fundamentals change, or stocks still not tight? If you were bullish before, you should probably really be bullish now. But as we start to blend those crops, where we have some old crop from last year, South American harvest is happening, second crop corn is growing down there, and we're getting ready to plant a big crop. So like you said, all eyes on that Monday report. And there's a couple parts to that report. We could have ending stocks that are quite bullish. And then most people, the obvious choice is that the farmers are going to plant corn. What we've noticed in the corn bean spread the last few days is beans definitely were the leaders yesterday. Corn couldn't find a friend, and wheat's the worst of all. The old poverty grass really in some pain here as talks of a truce with Ukraine, Russia, America trying to broker that deal. So no shortage of price information. We did have one of the lowest volume trading days in grains the other day, and I would say we're picking up steam as we go along here today, my friend.
Yeah, I think you've described that very well. Before we go to break, what about the cotton market? I missed out on that. The December cotton contract for cotton is trading in the red right now as it's down 17 points. It is above 70 cents, but 70.12 a pound. The old crop, the May, down 15 at 66.92. Take a break. Be back in a moment. Market Day Report continues after this. Normally we start this segment with cattle, but a report out from USDA yesterday afternoon, so let's start with hogs. And the lean hog contracts are moving higher. The April up 17 at 87.20. 89.87 on the May. It's up $1.02. U.S. hog inventory 74.5 million head, down slightly year over year, down 1% from last quarter. This is a quarterly report from USDA. The breeding herd will be 5.98 million. That's down 1% year over year. And the market hog inventory 68.5 million, down slightly. Feeder cattle open the morning in the red. May at 285.75 is off 77. And let's go to one that's made new highs now. April live cattle 208.87. It's off 67.55 high, or 55 lower on the June at 205.25. Let's bring back in Tommy Grisafi, Nesvick Trading, and we hit record highs again in that cattle market.
Yeah, no shortage of activity there. We had two instances this week where we had a pretty good sell-off in cattle. I think the bear was starting to feel a little bit more comfortable, and the bull ran away and stole the show, especially yesterday. At one point, I want to say feeder cattle were close to $4 lower and closed up $1.50 with, like you said, live cattle just all-time highs. Listen to a lot of reports, read a lot of things. We probably all circulate the same information. We're wondering at what point does it stop, but you know, it's if you wanted a day that could shake it all up, Monday is the day. It's the end of the month, end of the quarter. Lots of numbers, lots of data, lots of money flying around. There is still a lot of money on the sidelines, money that's come out of the stock market looking for something to invest in. It's definitely not corn right now. Of the yellow commodities, like you mentioned, gold is the hero there. So tale of two yellow commodities as far as meats. Extremely volatile week in cattle, hogs, all the way down the board. Folks are definitely wishing they had some more hedges in the hogs, but don't blink. It may give you another chance.
Yeah, great insight there. Tommy Grisafi's with Nesvick Trading as, again, more record highs in that gold market.